coming up in today's Battle Report.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. We've got Sam back at long last. Yay! COVID and new jobs. New jobber. You've been kept away. So, bit of a treat. We've got your quite impressive Death Guard army. I didn't realise you'd amassed such an army in such a short space of time.
It's just lockdown and with weird shift patterns, I've not been able to come in and record, so I've just been painting.
Works out to some benefit, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I brought my Salamanders. This is the last time you will see them without being my London Grand Tournament list. So you may see them quite a few times on the channel over the next couple of weeks as we get the final prep in for that. But this will be the last time you see them in without being a competitive list. That was a request of Sam today not to bring that list. And I've still got a Redemptor to finish painting, although all 12 Eradicators are now done. But I don't think you particularly wanted to face them today.
Not 12, no.
12's a bit much, but then it's Tournament Army, what can you expect?
Oh, yeah.
So 2,000 points today, guys, as you will see in the video title. We're playing Sweep and Clear, I think is the mission. But obviously we'll give you the secondaries and stuff during the deployment time lapse. Anything on top, bud, or should we go straight into it?
No, I'm just looking forward to it. Let's go.
Cool. So this in a second, and then we'll get into the usual deployment and so on and so forth. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay then, guys, so this is my 2,000 points of Salamanders for the day. Running as a battalion, and up as my Warlord, we have Volcanistan converted to Primaris. And as he's my Warlord, he has to take the Anvil of Strength as his Warlord trait, which gives him +2 to his Strength. He's backed up with a Primaris Tech Marine to basically babysit my tanks. And he's basically as they come, so he's got his Graviton pistol and his Forge Bolter. We then have 2 units of Infiltrators. They are 5 man each, and each squad has got the Helix Adept to basically ignore the first bit of damage that goes through onto the squads. And then we have 2 Intercessor squads. These are 2 5-man squads. No, they're not one of them, it's a 6-man squad. I'm going to have to borrow an Intercessor from the store here, as I've forgotten to bring one. That's always fun. So yeah, 2 squads of intercessors, just with the standard bolt rifles, no upgrades on the sergeants, and no grenade launchers. Into Elite, we have a squad of aggressors. This is a three-man squad even, with Flamestorm gauntlets. You're never going to see Boltstorm in my Salamanders, this guys. We then have a Primaris Apothecary. He's as stock standard, I've not upgraded him. And then we have a squad of Terminators with Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields. Going to try and play these a little bit defensively today, just to keep the game a bit interesting. But if they need to get in combat, they can obviously hold their own with the old hammers. We have an attack fighter squad with a multi-melter. This is the first part of fast attack. Just to zoom around the board, be annoying. The multi-melters can't really be ignored. And then we have 2 land speeders in a squadron. Ignore the heavy flamers that are modelled. They are going to be multi-melters. Proxying those in, guys. Again, nice and quick. Zoom around the board, cause Sam some problems, and scoring things like engagement on fronts if that's one of the secondaries I go for. And then last but by no means least, we have 2 repulsor executioners with the heavy laser destroyers and all the DACA they bring. These tanks aren't actually finished being painted yet, guys, so I'm going to sacrifice 10 victory points to bring them. But obviously we'll be able to see what the split in the score is towards the end. So a few proxies in the list, apologies for that, but before we get into proper competitive games ready for the London tournament practice, I thought we'd just bring some nice units you don't see very often. So that's basically the list, guys. We'll be back with the Death Guard in just a moment.
Okay, so here we are with 1999 points of Death Guard. As you can see from Typhus, I've gone for the Harbingers Plague Company. So we'll start with Typhus. He's been given Plague Wind and Putrescent Vitality as his psychic powers. And then he's been given the Warlord trait Shamblerot. The second HQ choice then, as you can see, is the Malignant Plaguecaster. I've given him Miasma of Pestilence and Gift of Plagues, and obviously he has Smite as well. So across both those HQs, sort of a couple of offensive spells and then a couple of buffing spells. Moving on to the troops choice, I've got 2 units of Plague Marines. They're both WYSIWYG. So in one of them, I've got a Flail, an Icon of Despair, and a Plague Spewer. And then in the second one, I've gone for a Blight Launcher, a Flail, a Icon of Despair, and a Plague Belcher. As well as those, I've got 2 units of 20 Poxwalkers, obviously fitting in with Typhus's theme there. Moving on to elites, I've got a unit of 7 Blightlord Terminators. Again, it's WYSIWYG, so we've got sort of Bubotic Axes, Plague Spewers, Combi Bolters, all of that sort of stuff, Reaper Autocannon. And then the champion has been upgraded, so he has the Plague Skull of Glottilla. As well as that, we've got 3 character elite units. So one of them is the Foul Blight Spawn. The second is the Tallyman. And then the third is the Noxious Blightbringer, who I've upgraded to have a Warlord trait, the Arch Contaminator, and the Fugaris' Helm. So that's an extra 3 inches to his aura abilities. Moving on to fast attack, we've got Mephitic Blight Hauler, just the one. So he'll be zipping around, hopefully just causing a bit of a nuisance. In heavy support, we've got 2 Plague Burst Crawlers. One of them has Plague Spitters and one of them has Entropy Cannons. And then finally, to move some troops around, we've got 2 Chaos Rhinos, Combi Bolters and Havoc Launchers. So that is 10 command points going into the start of the battle. That's a battalion. And yeah, hopefully the game is to just stay alive as long as I possibly can. Now on to deployment.
Today's game is Sweep and Clear from the Grand Tournament 2021 Strikeforce Mission Pack. The Death Guard have selected Spread the Sickness, Grind Them Down, and Warp Ritual for their secondary objectives, whilst the Salamanders have selected Oaths of Moment, Assassinate, and Retrieve Octaria's data.
Through what I've done on the Salamander side of things. So we have units on this side of the board ready to push towards the primary over here. We have a unit of, well, a little bit of a tank block with the Tech Marine holding this corner, ready to move in direction depending on what happens the next turn. Realistically, turn 1 with this terrain layout, we're not going to get much shooting in, so it's just positioning themselves. The joy of the flying tank that doesn't fly in the floor, and the lore even, means I can hopefully get some line of sight quite easily. Behind them, and in the ruins, there is a unit of intercessors, but you can't really pick that up on camera. Apologies. And then we've got a land speeder here, ready to push out later in the game. The far side over here, we have an infiltrator squad who have infiltrated to get close to the objective there and retrieve Octaria's data. Out of line of sight of the vast majority, hopefully, of Sam's force, other than his non-line of sight tanks. And then in the middle, we have another unit of infiltrators who have got moved within 6 inches of the centre for Oaths of Moment. And then we have a little bit of a death ball with the Raven Guard Reaver Lieutenant, who's actually standing in an apothecary because I forgot to bring him, and the aggressor unit along with Vulcan Histam. And then that is that for the Salamanders. Sam, talk us through what you've done with your deployment, dude. I'm going to shift you on round.
Yeah, slightly.
I should mention, just to interrupt you, Sam, I've got unit Terminators in reserve.
Yes.
Deep striking.
I also have mine in reserve. In this Chaos Rhino, I've got 7 of the Marines and the Foul Blight Spawn, so that'll just sort of make its way that way. In this tank, I've got the other unit of Space Marines.
But no characters in that one?
No characters in that one.
Yep.
So that's just the 7 in there. 2 units of 20 Poxwalkers, and then the rest of the characters in the middle, Malignants there. Noxious Blightbringer, Typhus, and the Tallyman.
Yep.
Mephitic Blight Hauler.
Yep.
Again, just a bit of a presence, and then my 2 Plague Burst Crawlers. Sort of put them in positions where they can do a lot. I'm wary of the Terminators, but similarly, these guys are actually quite good now that they move and don't get a penalty for shooting. So
massive buff to them, didn't it?
Yeah, so it's it's an interesting sort of an interesting deployment. Just sort of moving forward as a big wave of pestilence.
As Nurgle should.
As Nurgle should.
Right, dude, are you ready to roll off the first turn?
Hell yeah!
Okay, you get yourself a dice. I will roll. I get a 2. Let me camera right. 6.
Okay.
It looks like the Death Guard are going first. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for either side, but we'll come back to you at the end of the Death Guard movement in just a moment. Okay, so Death Guard are on the move, but first of all, Sam, command phase, what did you get up to, mate?
Yeah, so I spent 2 CP before the game, obviously get 1 for the turn, and then I used 7-fold chant from the Tallyman, wherever he is now, here, and I rolled a 12, I think, so that's an extra CP there. I then put malicious calculations from him onto the Poxwalkers, because I think it's core units only, so...
this front blob here was
this front
dice.
blob with the dice, yeah.
Yep.
And that was it. So movement-wise, I toyed with the idea of moving this guy forward, but that would basically give those units there a perfect line of sight onto him. These guys, sure, they can hop onto that turn 1 or something, but what can I do? Everything's moved forward here. I've kept the Mephitic Blight Hauler back. This guy's moved forward. Maneuvered this guy a little bit, moved the Poxwalkers around for a bit of coverage, and then I just rolled this chap. So he's within 3 of this objective.
Yep.
Everything's in tank still. Nothing's dropped down out of reserve or anything. So now it's onto the psychic phase.
Yep.
So firstly, the Malignant Plaguecaster is going to do Miasma of Pestilence.
Yep.
And it is going to go on to... let's just say the Rhino.
Rhino? This is the -1 to hit, isn't it?
-1 to hit, yeah. So on a 6, which I get.
Yep.
So this now has Miasma of Pestilence. And then I think I'll go for Smite.
Yep.
So it's him through to here. We've already checked. He can see this guy on the right.
Yeah,
so I can't even... Oh, that is a peril. So I will definitely CP reroll that.
Yep, that makes sense, mate.
And that's a Super Smite. So what's that?
D6.
6. For the big 6.
Oh, that's 3 infiltrators killed. I will double check the Adept Helix. I think that's just against shooting and melee attacks. But otherwise, the first wound will have been saved. But apart so far, 3 of them are dead. I'll make a note of that there.
Now I'm going to pop Putrescent Vitality onto my Poxwalkers.
Yep,
So that'll
here
be...
comes the super blob.
Yeah, so this is a 7, which I don't get. Hey ho, that's how it goes. And then, do I do Plague Wind or do I do Smite? I think what I'll do is
from
Smite.
Typhus then, is it?
Yeah, sorry, I should have said this is from Typhus here.
Yeah.
So Putrescent Vitality hasn't gone off. That would have been extra strength and toughness, but they've gone up to toughness 4 anyway. So
yeah, it protects you against the majority of my firepower.
yeah. So Smite now onto the same unit.
Another super smite.
Okay. So yeah, well, there's 1 more gone, and then
Yep. Well,
and then I've got to do D3 wounds to myself for 1.
just the 1. Hey, nice.
Yeah. So now on to shooting.
Yeah, so that's potentially 4 wounds for where the infiltrators killed. I've double checked the Adept Helix. I'm pretty certain it doesn't affect mortals. But we'll come back to you once Sam has worked out where his shots are going. Okay then, guys. So, of course, the Helix Adept only works against failed saves. No saves and mortal wounds, therefore 4 dead infiltrators. That was a bit brutal, that. Psychic phase, Sam?
Yeah. I was saying to Toby off camera, I have not had a Super Smite, I think, since at least 8th edition, let alone 2 in 1 game. It's unheard of for me. So that was... no one predicted that. No one predicted that.
Bodes well for me. So, shooting, mate. Do you know what you're doing?
Yes, I do.
What are we starting with?
So firstly, I'm going to do the Combi Bolter through here into this Infiltrator here.
Yeah, so it'll be -1 through the dents.
Yeah, and a Havoc Launcher as well, so I'm going to go into him.
Cool.
So Hitting on 4s, I guess.
Yep.
And then wounding on 4s.
Yep, because it's standard bolt ram.
Yeah, 1 wound.
Okay. It's fine, doesn't mind.
Havoc is D6.
Nice.
For 6. 4 hits. I think it's like strength 5, so this will be 3s.
Yep.
It's not a plague weapon, so that's 2 wounds. No AP minus.
So 3 up. Cool. So the Helix Adder will ignore his ability. Will basically mean he ignores that first wound going through. So he's still on 2 wounds. He is still alive for now. Unfortunately, he is staring on the barrel of 2 tanks.
Yeah. So the second tank's going to do the same.
Yep. So that line over there, guys. Is he in 24 inches for your high bolter? It looks like it's just about there, but let's double check, dude. You are, Quiz. Sorry. That's my inability to judge distances from a camera.
No, that's okay. Although I've realised I've got 2 lots of combi. Oh yeah, 2 lots of combi bolters. Oh, so sorry. Can I do 4 more for him as well? Because there's 2 combi bolters.
Okay. Yeah. Fire him.
Sorry, I've just realised.
So you have 4 more shots.
That guy will only have 4. This guy has 8 because he's in range.
Yep.
So this will be 4. So 1 more wound.
Yeah, so obviously the Helix Adder ability has been spent at this point, so any go through. So that goes through.
So now we're on to the second tank. Sorry, that's, yeah.
Yep. So
lack of familiarity. So this is bolters again.
Yep.
4s followed by 4s. So it's 2 more.
Cool. Oh, got dice over here. Oh. So he's down to 1 wound at this point. He's dead.
Okay.
Do I want to re-roll that? You've got plenty left to shoot, haven't you?
Wait, was it light cover?
It's just dense cover.
Just dense?
Yeah,
okay.
So he is dead. You've got more than enough left to shoot and have it launched and everything else, so there's no point in re-rolling that.
Okay, so now we've got the Plague Burst crawlers. I think I'm going to put the mortar into...
So which Plague Burst are you firing first, dude? The one in the middle or the one in the end?
This chap, none of his weapons can see other than the mortar, and I think I'll put them into the attack bike.
Okay, so that's down here, guys.
So, yes. It's D6, is it? For
I believe
mortar?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, D6 blast.
4. So 3s, no rerolls available.
You reroll that 1 because it's plague weapon.
That's a hit.
Oh, that hit, sorry.
So wounds, I can now reroll ones, which I will.
Which is a good thing.
Okay, so that's 1 wound.
What's the minus on that, dude?
AP minus 4. No, AP minus 2.
Cool. So he will have a 5-up save. Nope, that goes through.
2 damage.
2 damage. Cool. I'll mark that up in a second.
And I'm going to use Disgusting Force for a CP.
Yep.
On this second Plague Burst.
And what's he going to shoot at?
I reckon you'll probably use... I reckon I've got to go for vehicles with these because you could... It's transhuman, isn't it? Transhuman would stop 2s and 3s, but on infantry, isn't it?
Yeah, on Primaris infantry.
Right.
Which is basically...
Just these 2.
All of it, yeah. Actually, I've only got Primaris infantry other than Vulcan.
So this is going to go on the attack bike.
Okay, cool.
No
strap. He's got 2 wounds remaining at this point.
Okay. Oh, he's only got 4 wounds? Yeah. Oh, speeder then. Sorry.
Oh, speeder, yeah, no worries.
Yeah. So D6.
That's I hate rolling 3s when it comes to things like that.
How many wounds has a speeder got?
Let me double check, dude. I can't remember off the top of my noggin. Speeder has got...
And what's the toughness as well?
The toughness is 6, and he has 6 wounds. With 3 armor.
I'm going to spend a CP re-rolling the amount of hits.
Come on, Sam. Let's see if you don't get a 1.
Oh, Toby!
Cursed.
Well, it's at least a hit.
Yep.
And there's a wound.
There's a wound. So it will be -2, 5-up save. No, so he takes 2 damage. He's got 4 remaining.
3 damage because of Disgusting Force.
Okay, fair enough. So it takes
I was
3
too
damage.
greedy.
You were, mate.
That is my hubris.
That
okay.
Anything else left to shoot? I can't speak today.
No.
Cool. Any charges?
Maybe. Give me a sec to think.
I'll be back with you once Sam's had a ponder on what he's doing next. Okay, guys, so Salamander movement is done. Not a vast amount of movement, partially because I didn't realise they lost fly. Until Sam reminded me, or told me, and then I looked it up. They did. Anyway, so on this flank here, the bike has pushed out, and so the land speeder through to the objective over here. Now have more models than Sam on it, so I'm now holding that objective. More accurately, denying it to him at the start of his next turn. But the Intercessors have stayed still. The aggressors, the Apothecary and Vulcan have moved up in the ruin, Vulcan having given his reroll flame wounds to the aggressors in the command phase. Speed has moved up. The Infiltrators have done first Octarius data retrieval, there, represented by the dice. And then over here we had a slight shuffle from the left-hand Repulsor, and then the right-hand Repulsor has had the Tech Marines +1 to hit ability granted to him in the command phase. And they've got line of sight through to the Rhino there. So that is effectively the movement phase complete. I have no psychic, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with this attack bike here, firing into the bum of that Rhino.
I'm going to put foul smoke screen.
Yep, fair enough, mate. So 2 multi-martyr shots, hitting you on 4s in that case, because he's not that helpful. Your smoke screen just saved you 2 multi-martyr shots.
I know, that's crazy.
So in that case, the land speeder will put its multi-martyr into him as well then. And he's also missed both his shots. That's a good start.
You denied me the point though.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Fire was secondary. So we will start off then with this Repulsor. The intent, I believe all his guns, apart from the cannon, are out of range. I will double check it. Anything that is in range will be going into the Poxwalker, Sam.
Okay, yeah.
So the 2 heavy laser destroyers going into the Rhino there. So it's -1 because of the dents. 2 hits. As we freeze to wound you. 2 wounds. I believe that's something like -5 in Devastator. Let's just double check that. Sorry guys, I really should have looked at this before I started filming. But I'm stupid and did not. The heavy laser destroyer is... Where's it gone? Heavy laser... Maybe being blind.
Heavy laser destroyer is
-5, so that is 2d3 +6 damage basically, because of the 2 of them going through. So that's 4 + 6, that's 10 damage onto that Rhino. Do you get this? No, do you get this disgusting resilient on the Rhinos?
I think we do actually, yeah.
So it'll be 8 then. So following up, then the second.
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay. So then, bearing that in mind, the second Repulsor will do the same thing. So basically just looking to kill it at this point. It misses with both shots. Helpful. So that's a bit frustrating. But anyway, so all we got now is we have the aggressors here. I'm going to pause the recording in a second, guys, because I'm going to play Flamecraft for maximum number of shots onto the Poxwalkers. That's what they're called. I'm trying to call them zombies. That will basically be the end of my shooting phase at that point, because nothing else has got range, I believe.
I just didn't say last time, sorry, this unit of Poxwalkers here, I lost 2 of them, but they did the action spread the sickness, so yeah, that's that.
That makes sense, mate. So let me collect some dice and we're back with you with that in just a moment. Right guys, so I've got as many dice as I can hold in one hand. I've got 2 of the aggressors that can see and are in range. So I'll roll what I've got in my hand and then I'll come back with the remaining in a second. So wounding you on 4s because of your buffs. And because of Vulcan, I'm then re-rolling failed wounds on his Forge Barber ability. So I'll put them to one side and then I'll grab the remainder of the dice. Because I need to get some more dice ready for these guys. And what I should have remembered to do is play my version of Veteran of the Long War, but I forgot, so there we go.
Would that have worked against Poxwalkers?
Yeah, it's +1 wound basically.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was against just a starter's infantry.
No, so it's called Crucible of Battle. So I basically get to get +1 wound rolls and I completely forgot it existed.
That's 14 dead.
14 dead, excellent. But you're immune to morale, aren't you? So that's not so much of a concern for you at least.
Yeah.
Cool guys, so we'll just measure up the rest of the range. I'll double check the ranges on these tanks. If not, we'll come back with the end of Death Guard movement phase and command phase with you in just a moment. Okay guys, so through really bad play on my part, the guns that we sort of forgot on these boys, we basically just fired a few heavy bolts at some Poxwalkers, and that was that, because that may have, quite a lot was in range, but it may have quite dramatically shifted what would happen in the middle of the board. So through my own, not knowing my rules, we basically just said, right, they have them fired. But anyway, Death Guard, turn 2, command, movement, and then into Psychic. So Sam, what happened in your command phase, dude?
So I did 7-fold chant, I got exactly a 7, and then obviously I get another one, so I'm up to 10 CP. I then used, I didn't actually take CP off for that, so I used the Dead Walk again, so that is 1 CP on these Poxwalkers. I got exactly mathematically correct, so from 18 dead Poxwalkers I got 12 back, because it's a 3-up. Movement wise, just a little bit of shuffling around here, just to keep coverage, stop the Terminators doing too much damage. The guys came out here. I toyed with moving this guy forward, but I think he's probably best served staying here. So we've got coverage there, and then Poxwalkers move around. So because of the 9-inch aura on him, a lot of things got to move the full, like an extra inch. So everything's kind of trundling forward, and then this guy can only move 3 inches. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but he's just here, he's having fun, he's got 1 wound left. So now we're going to move on to the Psychic phase.
Yep. And your tank rumbled around there as well, didn't it? Your Plague Burst. This one here.
Yes, it did, yeah. So firstly, Miasma of Pestilence from the Malignant Plaguecaster onto these Poxwalkers. So I need a 6, which I don't get. Oh, hang on, they're automatically hitting, so that isn't really a problem. And I guess actually I'm just going to do a smite, so I need a 5.
Yep.
Which I get. D3 wounds on the aggressors, so it's just a 1.
Cool, so the Apothecary's nearby. I do not ignore it, so one of them is down to 2 wounds.
Okay, so now I've got Putrescent Vitality from Typhus. So that goes off on a 7 onto the Poxwalkers. So +1 strength, +1 toughness. So they're now toughness 5. And now smite again. So I'm going to need a 6 this time, which I get on an 8. So another D3. Sorry, I should be reusing that. So that's 3 mortal wounds on the aggressors.
Cool. Does the Apothecary save any of them? No. So that is 1 aggressor dead and 1 down to 2 wounds. So I'll remember that.
Okay, and now it's the shooting phase.
Cool, so we'll let Sam work out what he's shooting at. I'll remove that dead aggressor, and we'll come back to you in just a moment. Okay, we're back in the movement phase. We did remember the Pestilent Fallout, I think it's called, from the Plaguecaster, so there is a aggressor down to 1 wound left. So Sam, guns and more guns. Where are you going, mate?
Okay, so I'm going to fire Matey Boy here first. I'm going to do the Spitters and the Wrath Hail into the aggressors.
Yep.
And then the big weapon, I think I'm going to throw into the Apothecary. So let's start with that.
Yeah, you can now target him, there's only 1 left. There's only 2 aggressors left. What's the damage on your Plague Spitters, dude? 1 or 2 damage a pop?
They are 1 damage.
Cool, so I will, and the Wrath Hail's only 1 damage as well. So I'll spend a CP on, I believe it's called Unyielding the Face of the Foe, on the Apothecary. No, sorry, on the Gravis armor, to give it +1 to their armor save against damage on weaponry, which is the Spitters and the Brothel.
Okay.
So they got 2 up armor save at this point.
Back to a because they're -1 for the Plague Spitters.
Yeah, so the Plague Spitters, I ignore the -1 of the Salamander, so they're basically on getting a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's trying to keep some aggressors alive, basically, is the plan.
Okay, so the mortar first.
Yep.
Okay.
2 shots.
3s and then 2s, rerolling 1s.
Nice.
Okay, AP -2, so AP -1.
No, it's not, because Salamanders just they count -1.
No, but it's in cover. You're in cover, aren't you? So it's,
I don't think you get that in the rules. We'll double check it, because the way they stack up. So both go through. Like, how many damage is that?
2 damage each.
I think his aura affects himself, so we'll just roll those. It doesn't do anything, so I think he has 1 wound left at this point. He's taken 4 wounds at the very least, so I'll mark that. And then sorry, that was a terrible camera work there, guys. I completely forgot I was holding it. And then the stuff into the Gravis.
Okay, so Wrath Hail on 3s And then I don't think it's a plague weapon. No, it's not. So
No, they clean the bullets for that, mate.
2, so 2 ups.
Yep, they're fine.
And then the spitters for 4. Wounding on, 4s.
What's the strength of that? Is it still...
Wounding on 3s, strength 6.
Strength 6, cool.
But I didn't get any 3s.
No, and then it was -1, you said?
Yeah.
Yep, sorry, ignore that, so because it's the +1 with the +1 for the armor save. So he's alive.
Okay.
That worked out really
Shall
well.
we just check the wounds on the apothecary? Because that will... Because I'm not sure if they're 4 wounds.
He's a Primaris one, so I think he might have 5 wounds.
Yeah.
We'll double check that now. We're back with you in just a second. Right then, so Sam is about to spend many a CP to make... What was the plan, Sam? Can you explain it to me?
Yeah, so there's a few overlapping buffs going on here. Typhus is giving these guys reroll 1s because they're within 6 inches.
Yeah, that's a slave marine unit in the trees, but it doesn't show up very well.
Yeah, sorry,
Too much green.
So much green in this game. And then because of the upgrades of this chap here, within 9 inches, every plague weapon is re-rolling all their wounds as opposed to 1.
Yep.
So then I'm using 2 stratagems. The first is virulent rounds for 1 CP. All the bolt weaponry is now plague weaponry.
Yep.
And then eternal hatred is adding 1 to the wound rolls of the bolt weapons.
Effectively the old Veterans of Long War approach.
Yeah, so...
So lots and lots of shots into the aggressors, basically.
Yeah, bolts into the aggressor, everything into the aggressors because they can all see them. So I'll start with this first. This is just the bolt weaponry. So it's hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Oh, that was a 2. And now it's 4s, rerolling fails.
Yep.
Oh, not great.
Good job you
roll.
had that though, dude.
Yeah. Wow. Okay,
God.
3 wounds. So 1s.
So 2 of armor. What have you got left to shoot the squad, dude?
I've got a plasma gun, I've got a plague sprayer, and I've got a grenade.
I will actually CP that 1 at this point. Of course. So down to 9 CP, and the 1 aggressor. There's 1 left in there, full health at the moment.
So I'll just get the plague sprayer up because I can never remember what the crack is
worries.
with it. Okay, plague. So heavy D6.
Nice.
So this will now be. Is it all infantry? So yeah, strength of this is 5. So now I'm wounding on 3s for the aggressors.
Yep. That's fine. I don't worry about it.
Okay. Re-rolling fails. So that is 5. Yeah.
Minus
oh no.
6, wasn't it?
Hang on though. Are they within 3 inches? Because if they are, then they're on toughness. No, they're not. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So that was 5.
Minus anything?
No, it's 5 2-ups.
Okay. So down to... Oh, actually, I need to roll for the other aggressor to see if the apothecary saved him. The apothecary saved the other aggressor, so he's just saved 1, and the 1 that's just taking the wound. No, so the 1 dead aggressor is still dead. Let's remember the whole point of bringing in the apothecary, shall we?
Exactly. So,
Plasma?
grenade.
Oh, no.
So that's
1 shot, and a miss.
and then the plasma.
Rapid fire?
Do I want to? Rapid fire and re-rolls. So I'm just going to overcharge.
Cool.
I'm not sure what the benefit is there. Wow, there we go.
Yeah, it's a reroll 1, isn't it? Not
It's reroll 1s. Yeah. Okay, so that's that unit shot. Okay, so we've only got 1 aggressor left there. That's fine by me.
And I will just hook him out in a minute, guys. I can't do that one-handed.
That's all right. There we are. That was that one, right?
Yeah, it's an old sergeant. Yeah, cool. The aggressor is gone. Thank you, Sam.
You're very welcome. I'm just going to have a think now.
Okay, so we'll come back to you in
secs.
just a second once Sam's figured out where the rest of his guns are going. Rightio, so the Plagueburst caller hiding at the back there is got his mortar, is the only weapon in range and / line of sight.
Yeah, so I'm using Disgusting Force again for damage free.
Yeah. Where are you
On the mortar. He's going to go into the aggressor.
Cool.
Oi, big roll here. Big roll.
What's the strength of it?
8.
I will play Transhuman at this point then.
Okay,
So you wouldn't have any more force.
cool.
I can't remember how many CPs, but I know I've got them. I'm glad everyone did that, but it's probably not making a difference.
So 3s.
Yep. That is a horrific roll, mate.
Really
That's a
bad.
Harry roll.
That is a Harry roll.
But at least not plasma guns.
So this will be 4s rerolling 1s.
Yep.
God. Okay, I'll reroll one of them.
Yeah.
CP.
Oh, jeez. Well, that was CP well spent on my behalf, I think. But actually, I think it's more just sound abysmal rolling there. Roll better. That's the only advice I can give. Do you know what you're shooting now, dude?
Yeah, so this tank...
Yep. I'm sure you can see, I imagine.
No, you can't.
Okay.
He's going to shoot everything into the storm.
Into the speeder?
Into the speeder.
Cool. I imagine you're hitting on 5s at this point because of degradation.
They're not core, are they, rhinos?
No, I don't think so. The 5 would have done. Because it's strength type of 6 on the speeder.
Yeah.
Just the bolt gun, isn't it? Hey, sneak it through.
1 damage, and then the Havoc.
5 shots. So we only need 1.
That's a wound.
Yep. No, speeder is gone. Does he pop? I don't know if they can or not. They're not on
Not on a 5, no.
So that is this land speeder here destroyed.
Okay, well the other one's then just going to fire into the building. So I guess you get a +1 on your attack bike for saves.
No, because you're in the cover with me.
No, the Rhino isn't. The Rhino's going to shoot at your attack bike.
Oh, of course, that was that one there that was firing, wasn't it? Yeah. We'll double check that, guys, but I think we should be okay. Go for it, Tom. I've only got to roll 1-1 and he's dead regardless of what the cover's doing.
4 wounds?
Yep. This is his bolt gun, isn't it? Mm-hmm. He's dead.
Okay.
And they don't explode, so that's good because that gets you 2 grind them down points.
It does. I think that's actually on my... oh, wait, I've got a plasma on this guy. He's going to shoot through to the apothecary.
Yep. Fair enough.
I don't think anyone else has a weapon around there, really.
That the bell dude?
Yeah.
Good. You'd probably outrange that dude.
It's a...
12-inch range of the plasma pistol?
Isn't it a gun? Not a
Plasma
pistol.
pistol on the bell dude.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But it's modelled as one.
Yeah, no, that is out. Okay, never mind then. I think that's everything then.
Yeah, it's just one of those sort of heresy era pistols, so it looks different. Looks quite cool. I like the shape of them.
Yeah, that's it. Right, so on to charge phase in a moment.
Okay, so we'll come back with just like that, guys. We'll work out what the where everything is. I'll be back with you in just a moment. Rightio, so we've got a single charge to declare, I believe, Sam?
Oh no, there'll be 2. I'm just starting with the Poxwalkers.
So Poxwalkers first are going into the Aggressor and the
Apothecary. Yeah.
Cool. So I've spent a CP on Overwatch on this, guys, and rolled the number of shots. I've got 7 shots. I really missed
7 hits, so straight to wounds.
Yeah. I really missed their ability to double shoot.
Yeah.
So because I'm now in tactical, this has got +1 to wound, so I'm wounding you on 4s, re-rolling the wound rolls because of Vulcan. Which is probably a good thing given the number of things there. Okay, so it's 4 wounds, sir. It's -1 now, but you're a boxer walker, you don't care. So it's 4.
Yep, 4 dead.
4 dead, cool. Just reducing the number of attacks, guys, and thinning them out while I can. Makes sense to my mind.
I'll do this guy. I'll do this guy.
You don't like to make it charge longer then. It's not always that far a charge anyway.
Yeah, you say that. Okay, 7.
7, yeah, you.
The lucky number.
Blessed number.
The blessed number. So 7. I'll move. Well, okay, I'll do my second charge, which will be these guys into the Aggressor and. Sorry, I moved the microphone then. So that would be into the Aggressor. Oh my gosh.
It's going well, Sam.
This will be into the Aggressor and I think I will do Vulcan.
Okay.
Have you got fight first shenanigans?
No, none of that.
I guess you've got counteroffensive, but
Yeah, just got interrupt, but
yeah, so 6 will do it for them.
Yep.
So I'll move all these and then we'll come back.
Yeah, no worries, guys. So let Sam move these in, and we'll be back with you with the fight phase. Okay, then, guys. So after working out the charge ranges, coherency, and everything else, we have starting off with the Poxwalkers. We have 5 attacks going into the Aggressor and 5 attacks going into the Apothecary. Who are you doing first?
I'll do the Apothecary.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, right, because of all the buffs, it's basically freeze to hit, rerolling 1s.
Nice and roll.
Now it's freeze to wound because they're strength 5.
Yep. And 6 is doing mortal wounds at the end.
And 6 is done. Oh yeah, sorry. So I used mutant strain.
Yeah.
Did I get any 6s to hit then?
I don't know, guys. We'll have a look at the camera and back with you in just a second once we work that out. Right then, guys. So Vulcan interrupting. He has 5 attacks when he's been charged. So he's hitting on 2s. And he is at strength, strength 4 base, +2 for the spear, +2 for the Warlord trait. So he's wounding Sam on freeze, basically. I will actually spend a CP for Crucible of Battle to make this +1 to wound.
Oh, dude, your aggressor's -1 toughness, so freeze would have wounded him.
Okay, we'll go back to the footage and work out what that is.
Yeah, go for it.
And so that was 5 at -2, dude.
What
on your Plague Marines,
on the Plague Marines. What's the damage of the weapon?
D3.
Okay. -2,
Yep.
so 5s. So say 3.
Oh, bloody hell.
And then it's...
First one.
So that's 2 damage.
Yeah, so that kills one. And then the other one takes a wound. So he's killed 1.5 Plague Marines. That wasn't really worth 2 CP. Well, there we go. So let's double check what's happening with the aggressor, because you've then... Actually, your Plague Marines, they charge the aggressor.
They charge the aggressor and Hulk.
Okay, so we'll work out how many wounds he's got and come back at that, guys. 2 seconds. Right, so it's Plague Marine time at this point. So we have a flail guy and the flail guy who's in there, and the champion, all going into the aggressor, I believe.
Yep.
Cool. So flail first, was it?
Yes.
So many dice because flails and
3s and reroll 1s because of Typhus. I have been blessed with 6s and cursed with 2s this game.
Seem to be, yes.
It's
2s do not seem to like you.
So the aggressor's toughness 4, the
He
flail
is now because of your contagions.
Yeah, strength 5. So that's when did you play transhuman?
In the shooting phase.
The shooting phase. Yeah. Okay. So this will be 3s, rerolling. Failed. Thing is, because 9 inches of him.
Yep, onto the strong out squad.
So that's 3 wounds, AP -2.
-2, so 5 ups.
2 damage.
2 damage, that is the aggressor gone, even with a reroll.
And so that's that.
That's that. I'll get him out in a moment, guys. So is there anything else on your turn, sir? That's it, isn't it? So morale-wise, your coherency-wise, they might have an issue with the Plague Marine, so we'll have a look at that in a second, and then we'll come back. Otherwise, if not, with the Salamander turn 2, I think it is. Commander movement phase in just a moment. Right then, guys, so Salamander command phase, I got a CP back, and I gave the repulsor here the Tech Marines targeting ability. In the movement phase, Vulcan fell back from combat. I've sacrificed a victory point for Overs of Moment. That's not going to go really very well for me this game, with Sam holding the middle board, but allows me to shoot both the Plague Marines and the zombies. So elsewhere, the Land Speeder has zoomed over here to get his multi-mounter onto the Plague Burst Caller and to hold that objective. The Infiltrators over here have used guerrilla tactics for a CP to go into ongoing reserves. The tanks have moved round. The Intercessors here are doing retrieval of Tyrus data. These Intercessors have got themselves into the ruins here to put some firepower into the Rhino to hopefully pop that. And then, last but not least, the Terminators have come in here to hopefully try and clear this objective. And that is basically the play, guys. So we're going to start off with this Repulsor. And he is going to put all his firepower, he's going to put all of his softer firepower into the Plague Marine squad. And he's going to put his main cannon over into the Plague Burst Crawler. So we're starting off, we'll start with the Twin Iron Hail, what are they called? Twin Iron Hail Stubbers. So this is hitting on 2s on the Plague Marines, so they've got a clear line of sight to them. This is a +2, +1 from the Tech Marine. This is strength 4, so it's going to be 5 to wound you, Sam. So that is 1 wound at -1, I want to say. Let me just double check that -1.
Iron Hail Heavy.
Twin Iron Hail Heavy Stubber is -1, 1 damage, so that kills the one that was on 1 wound. Then we will put the heavy bolters in. So hitting on 2s again. They all hit on 3 6s and a 4. 4s to wound you. So that is 3 and -1, dude. With a heavy bolter. Hit my head, I went there 2 damage a pop, but then I realised you're Death Guard, so they're not 2 damage a pop. So that's 1 down to a wound.
Yep, carry on.
Then we have the pre-rolled number of shots from the frag storms. So this is 9 shots. And I think this is strength 4, so it fires to wound you. So that is 4 wounds at -1 because of tactical. Chris, your rolling is really badly there, mate.
Okay, well these are now in heavy cover for any future shots.
Into dents now, yeah. The future, but this is all targeting at the same time. So then we have the. We'll go for the onslaught Gatling
No,
cannon.
it does. Does it not go as the?
Oh yes, sorry, it would do. So yeah, my brain. I don't know what I'm thinking of there. I think of reading the kilting rules. I think that I don't know. Anyway, I'm thinking of ranges because they rule obviously. If you go out, you don't go out of range if you kill models.
It's 3s now, so 2 of them missed.
Yeah,
heavy
sorry,
terrain.
yeah. Oh, I've dropped 2 dice. Ah. I'll reroll one of those. No, I won't because I'm doing the. Oh, the same time reroll.
What strength is this weapon?
Strength 6, I think.
Okay.
Let me just double check. Heavy onslaught Gatling cannon. Yeah, strength 6 -1. So that is another 4. Sorry, another 6 at -1 on them. Is there any left, Sam?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah, green models in green trees, guys. It's hindering us massively. Last bit of soft firepower is the storm bolters. So that's 3 hits and then 5 to wound. 1 wound, Sam, at -1 because of tactical.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So that's the Plague Marines gone. That's good news for me. Then we have the Laser Destroyer through the Plague Burst Crawler. I thought I picked up 3 dice. I've got clear line of sight through without going through dents because the tree's fallen over. So that's 2 hits. Strength 9. No, it's 3 to wound, whichever way you look at it, because I think it's like strength 14. So that is 2 invuns, basically, because you're a demon tank. Hey, nice.
What's the damage? D3 plus 3?
D3 plus 3.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Cool. So it is a total of 5 damage because of your disgustingly resilient. While you're doing that, dude, I will fire the land speeder into him as well with the heavy melter. No, multi-melter.
Yeah.
So hitting you on freeze. Wound is strength 8, but it'll be freeze. It'll be forced to wound. What toughness are you?
Toughness 8.
Toughness
8. Yeah.
So we freeze to wound because of +1 to wound from melter from Salamanders and tactical. So that's another 2 on your invuln.
What's the damage?
D6 plus 2. Because I'm assuming I'm within 12 inches, it looks like I am.
D6 plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So that's another 5 damage. Right, guys, what we'll do now is we're going to fire the next repulsor. We'll do the smaller guns off camera into the Poxwalkers, because it's all going to the Poxwalkers. But we'll do the Laser Destroyer now into that Plague Burst to try and kill him at this point. So, hitting you on freeze.
Okay.
I will CP reroll. What have we got left? 2.
2.
I'll CP reroll one of those. Typical. Right, guys, we'll do the smaller guns off camera and come back to you once the Poxwalkers are hopefully gone, but they might not be. But you don't really see another repulsor firing many shots at zombies. So back with you in just a moment. Okay, guys, so as expected, we mowed down a huge number of Poxwalkers until the Obscurium became an issue. So there's 3 Poxwalkers left. Is it 3 Poxwalkers?
Yep.
3. There. And then these intercessors through the window did manage to tickle off the last wound from the rhino there, which we did off camera too.
Pinpoint shooting.
So that is the last of my shooting. We've got a charge phase now with the Terminator squad going into the whatever they're called.
Plague Marines.
Plague Marines, that's the word. Well, thanks, Sam. Just there. So, any Overwatch, dude?
Hang
Obviously,
on.
I'm 9
My
inches
weapon's
away.
like -1, which means nothing, right? And you're on like a 2-up save, so...
2-up save, you can do on -1 with a 4-up invuln from the storm.
Nah, I'll save it. If I lose them, they've already spread the sickness. I don't care about this flank anymore. You
Cool.
go for it.
So, obviously needing a 9-inch charge.
Now
Which
they're
they
in.
get. So they will wrap round over here. So the plan is not, sorry, I'll get on the camera, is not to, obviously it didn't charge your, whatever it's called, Spear of Doom.
Foul Blight
That's
Spawn.
So I want to tag him rather than charging him, because I assume you would have overwatched him.
Yeah. No, because again, I'm not going to get that many. I'm not going to get that many through. But yeah, go on.
Fair enough. So I'm going to use a CP on Fury the First to basically get these guys hitting on freeze. From there, we'll collect some dice up, guys, and we'll come back to you with this combat. Right then, guys, so 16 attacks from the Terminators into the Plague Marines. So hitting on freeze because of Fury of the First, to get rid of the -1 for the Thunderhammers. Which made a bit of a difference. So it's going to be freeze to wound you because of doubling up for the Thunderhammer, but strength 5, toughness 5, sorry. I'll reroll one of those for Salamander reroll. Of course. I should have played that stratagem, Sam. So that is only actually 4 wounds at -2, but these will kill they are flat 3 damage, so they will kill.
So looking for
5s.
Could I do like a defense thing? What's this? I've never ever used. Oh, it's not. It's barricades, isn't it?
Yeah. So you get +1 to attack and stuff. But
yeah. So 3 die.
Cool. Well, that was a lot less than I would like. I should have spent the extra CP to get +1 to wound, but I forgot. Well, decided I didn't need to.
3.
What was the wound count there for, Sam? Is he already dead?
I've just picked him up.
Cool. So your attempt to attack back now, mate. But do you need time for your dice, or do you know what you're doing?
What have I got? I've got a Power Fist, I think. Yeah, Power Fist, normal guy, and a Flail.
The Flail.
So consolidate. I mean,
pile in 3 inches.
Pile in. Yeah, so they're all in.
So let's go get Sam get his dice, guys. We'll be back with you in a second. Just going to pause the recording. Okay, so after my mediocre rolling, Sam is ready to attack back. Flail dude first, is it? Or not?
No, I'll do Power Fist.
Cool. Yeah.
Actually, hang on. There's actually a stratagem, and that stratagem is called Haze of Corruption.
Okay.
And it means that the damage spills over.
Okay.
From
the flail
stuff, yeah. So that's 2 CP.
He's down to 1.
Bit pricey, but I get 1 back, and I might get 7-fold. So Power Fist. This will be 4s, and that would be whatever. So that is AP -3, 2 damage.
Yep. So it will be on the 4 Invan, the Storm Shield.
Okay.
No, how many does it attack? 2 damage.
2 damage.
Cool. So yeah, 1's down to 1 wound.
Just be the normal guy now.
Yep.
Toughness 4.
Yeah, so 4.
Oh wait, no, the toughness 3 now.
Yeah, because you're
So this will be 3s, rerolling 1s. Okay, 1 wound. Nothing.
Terminator. Yep.
And then
Flail dude.
Ooh, not a great roll as ever. So this will be probably strength 5. No, it's 3s, rerolling 1s. Okay, 4 wounds, AP -2.
Okay, so it'll be on to 4 up to your way.
2 damage each. So that's.
Did I use CP then? I didn't, did I?
Nope.
So I will. 1. You got the spill.
So 1 will be dead and 1 will be take a wound. Yeah. Because of the spillover. So.
Yeah, so 1's going to die regardless. So yeah, that's fine. I won't spend the CP.
So 2 will die.
Yeah. So 1's already dead from that, and then another 1's going to die. Cool.
Yeah. So they're 3 wins each, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's it.
That wouldn't go as well as I was hoping, guys. But that is the end of my turn. Sam's going to do his pile-ins or his consolidation a little bit. That is the end of the turn, guys. So we will come back to you with the Death Guard command and movement phase, give you a bit of an update on the scores, and that is that. So see you in a second. Okay guys, so going into the start of Battle Round 3, the scores as it stands, with Sam having scored his primaries in Battle Round 3, is 37 points to the Death Guard and 10 points to the Salamanders. So Death Guard currently sort of powering away. So, Sam, command phase, what happened, mate?
7-fold chant did not go off. Malicious calculations, I've just put it on the Poxwalkers, they're the only thing that I can. I used Unclean Machine Spirit to get this guy on full profile.
Yep.
So basically sprayers and stuff. Oh, I didn't actually correctly set these up. These will be set up properly for shooting phase.
Double check them in a second.
Everything's sort of moved around here. I've moved all these poxwalkers forward now to cover these chaps. His Terminators are in now. I mean, he brings on 5 infiltrators. I don't care. They'll probably get Octeris or something over here, but hey, whatever. These guys pulled out
Combat with the Thermies.
so they can't shoot.
But the sprayer dude.
But the sprayer dude will go for it.
And Terminators. And then
and then I had 3 poxwalkers that were here. They've moved here. They did spread sickness. Because this doesn't affect anything else for the rest of the turn, I just rolled the mortal wounds. I actually rolled all 3 of them getting mortal wounds, but I managed to save 1, which means it's gone off.
Yep.
And that's it. So
the power sliding rhino who's coming to the front charge some intercessors.
yeah, wow. Yeah, it'd just be a bit of fun, wouldn't it?
Aye.
So
you know what you're doing, mate.
yes, so Miasma Pestilence on the poxwalkers.
Yep.
Does not go off. Yeah, whatever. Smite. I've measured it. They're just outside of 18 of him. So Smite goes off, and that is 3 mortal wounds.
Cool, 3 down to 3, I want to say.
Yeah.
Are you going to remember Walk Ritual this time? Or are you not starting that yet?
I just...
Just to remind you have got it as a secondary.
Yeah, I know.
You're not sure, are you?
Yeah, Typhus, sure. Well, he's moved now, so it doesn't matter. Smite into him, so that'll be 6 now.
All goes
so
off.
that'll go off. D3 for 3.
So that I believe that is the speed of dead.
And then,
but we'll double check it.
did I already roll for Putrescent Vitality? No, it's Miasma Pestilence.
Yep.
Putrescent Vitality on a 7.
And who's that onto, dude?
And that's onto the Poxwalkers.
Cool. So Poxwalker is buffed up.
Yeah.
And I believe the speeder is dead. So we'll just check that, and then we'll come back in the shooting phase once the Terminators are properly landed. So give us 2 minutes, guys, and back with you. Go.
Okay, so I'm just measuring up. Yeah, that's fine. It's easy peasy. Okay, so this guy is going to shoot. Let's go for the tank.
Cool.
So that would be just the mortar is the only thing that can see anything. 5.
Nice.
Okay, 3s.
That's a good roll.
Now, what's the toughness at 7 or 8?
I think it's 8, but I'll double check if we need to.
We will need to check.
Okay, give me 2 seconds, guys. Apologies if the camera goes squiffy. I'm nearly there, Sam, I promise.
That's okay.
It's toughness 8, 16 wounds.
Okay, so that's 2 wounds. AP minus 2, 2 damage.
5 ups? Nope. So he takes 4 damage.
Okay. So
remind me, Sam, I'm counting down the wounds at the moment on him.
yeah, down the wounds, that's fine. So I might as well move on to this chap. So Entropy Cannons is going to go into him. I'm going to spend a CP on Disgusting Force, and that's going to go into him.
Cool.
The Rothhail is out of range. So
Entropies?
yeah, sure.
So they're easy to roll. Well, they both miss.
There we go.
Thought they'd be easy to
That
roll.
tank's going to be fine.
2 shots?
I will... Nope, got no CP. So that's that. 2 hits. Plague Weapon.
Strength of the mortar.
1 wound. AP minus 2.
What's strength of it then? Is it strength 8?
Strength 8.
Okay. Cool. It's failed.
So that's 3 damage.
3 damage this time, so he is taken 7 wounds. I need to find one of my dice.
So I'll just go on to the tanks. The bolters from that, everything from there is just going to go into the intercessors. Why not?
Yep.
So that'd be bolters. And then
4s. Oh, God.
yeah, 5 wounds.
1, 2, 5. Oh, good grief. So that is 1.5 dead intercessors.
Okay, I just rolled a 2 for the Havoc before you did that
Yep.
roll. And no hits.
Cool. So you've killed an intercessor
Yeah.
and dropped 1 to a wound.
Now I've got the Foul Blight spawn. He is...
He used to be crazy in 8, so I don't know if he's...
No, well, they moved the thing to... He got an upgrade in the... What was it? What was the war that they did just before?
Oh, Nexus.
Whatever it was called, yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then they nerfed it in the thingy. So this is D6, strength.
So toughness 3 being less close to you.
Yep, strength 7, so that's 2s, rerolling 1s. So that is 6 wounds, AP -3.
So 4 pin guns.
2 damage each.
Oh, good grief. That's the
one. No, one's left on one. One's left on 1 wound.
So yeah, the one. So that kills one. Kills one. Yeah, and 1 left on 1 wound.
Yeah.
So there's no point in me. Oh, sorry, guys, that's camera was awful. So there's 1 left on 1 wound, and there's no point in me re-rolling any of those because the way the damage has worked out there. Thank you. Keep the sergeant alive.
So now it's these guys. Because of malicious follies, they're all shooting. So give me 2 secs, and we'll come back and we'll do the shots from the Terminators.
Just give it a second, guys. All right, then. Sam has got dice. We've got some of the shots splitting into the tank, and some going into Vulcan. So. What you got first, Sam, and where is it going?
Just all the bolters into...
Vulcan?
Vulcan?
Vulcanistan.
Okay.
Yeah, don't not...
Isn't the Primarch called Vulcan?
Yes. I wish he was the big Vulcan.
But why do they... What's the law reason for the name being the same?
I don't know. I think it's because he's the Forge Father, so he's looking for Vulcan's relics. But I don't know if he takes on the name Vulcan when he becomes the Forge Father. I can't remember, to be completely honest. I need to reread me law.
Every day's a school day. Right, so into there, what are these guys, 3s? So, bolters. Toughness 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not close enough to any of your
4s. That was a pardon me, that was a great roll. 9.
Oh, wow.
No AP minus.
So he's got 2 up armour. So takes a wound. I believe he's got 4 remaining.
I rolled 3 on the spew. I got no rerolls, so I just rolled everything pre. And that's going from there into there.
Yep.
So that is, oh no, reroll because it's a spray. So it's 3 wounds, AP minus, nothing because it's AP -1.
Takes a wound, how many is that?
8 now.
That's
1 damage,
one damage,
sorry, yeah. And then Reaper auto cannon. That is 1.
Did you not count the your exhaust advance?
Yeah, that is 1.
Toughness
1
8.
damage.
Okay, and minus?
AP -2.
Okay. Nope, go through.
Oh.
How many damage?
1.
1 damage.
Hopefully it's bracketed now. 9 wounds. It's down to 7 left.
The 7 wounds, I believe, yeah. It's
I know you got your Primaris actually. Shall we do charges?
We can do, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, 8 is his bracket, so it means that he is bracketed.
Got no reroll, so it doesn't matter. Rhino into Intercessors.
Yep, I'm not overwatching him as a Rhino.
Sure, 7
Yep.
That would do it.
I'll bring him round.
Pink. I should have really gone for your... well. Okay, now these guys into here need 9.
You ignore the crater, don't you?
Inexorable advance, yeah.
Let me just check the grav plating
yeah,
thing
it's like
from the tank.
+2 or something.
Yeah, it's stratagem now rather than ability. So I'm going to probably spend it regardless because I think it's +2 to your charge rolls.
It'll be something like that, yeah.
So I will spend it. So do you want to roll your charge, dude?
Yeah, I need like an 11 probably. Oh, well, we'll see.
We will double check it, guys. Give us a second. Okay, so for 1 CP, Grav Pulse was rolled, which made Sam charge an 8. So he fails the charge with the against the tank there. Yeah. So we've just got the Rhino Rush. I believe he's got 3 attacks, mate, hitting on 6s. Because he's not damaged, is he, this one?
What was that, sorry?
3 attacks hitting on 6s, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Nope.
We'll roll the attacks from the Primaris off current reading, guys, because they're not going to kill the tank. And we'll come back with you for the Salamanders turn 3. And yeah, see you in a moment. Okay then, guys, so over here the Rhino took no damage. What we have done is, because we've had some weird and wonderful checks through the internet, friends, colleagues, etc. We believe that Inexorable Advance will override the Grav Plate strategy or Grav Pulse stratagem as well as the crater. We may well be wrong. Some of us remember FAQs that may have said otherwise. We can't find them. So we've played it that they have got in. Instead of spending the CP on Overwatch, I've spent it on Grav Pulse, spent it on Overwatch, and took 2 wounds off a Terminator. So CP wasted, possibly. Hoping to kill 1. So Sam, have you got your guys ready after all that?
No. So, but I've got them all here. So cool. I've got like a load of combi axes and stuff like that. So hang on.
Combi axe, like gun axe?
Bubotic axe, bale sword, bale sword, bale sword, bale sword, and then nothing and Another robotic axe. So the robotic axes have 7 attacks. Sadly them, and they don't get any sort of buff, so that is 3s. And then they're plague weapons, so this will just
Does your cloud of toxins or whatever reduce toughness of vehicles, or just infantry?
everything.
So it's now toughness 7. Does that make a difference or not?
Might do, yeah, might do. Because but robotic axe, it's strength +2, so
Okay.
actually it's 5s anyway, rerolling 1s. 3 wounds, AP -2.
Cool. 5s, 2 go through.
1 damage each.
Okay, so he's down to 5 wounds.
Okay, and then I've got 3 of them, so that's going to be... sorry, I've got 4 of them, so it's going to be that.
Nice roll.
Wow. Okay.
I'm glad Death of the False Emperor isn't a thing anymore.
This will be 5s again. 1, 2, 3. No reroll 1s.
No, that's just nice, yeah?
Yeah, 3 AP -3. 1 damage.
Nice 3 on the knife.
No, this is Bale Swords.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said the knife. So I was going to say, that's with -3 on a knife. That's insane. So you take 3 damage.
So what, 2 wounds left. Okay, I think Flail of Corruption is 8 attacks.
Probably going to do it.
And then Flail of Corruption is, that's 5s, rerolling 1s. So 2 wounds, AP -2.
5 ups. No, I don't get a single save on all that lot.
Damage.
So that's him dead. Does he explode? He does. I'm assuming this is quite
Oh, so my guy's just straight up dead.
explodes. It is everything is 6 takes D6.
D6?
D6.
Jeez. Okay.
So let's.
Well, so I've removed my...
So yeah.
Yep.
So my guy takes 3 wounds, and you've.
You should have probably declared that before you rolled your number, but okay. Go on then.
And then yours.
Okay, so that's 2.
So yeah, 1 down to 1 wound again.
I'll put that on him.
Okay, so tank is dead.
Tank is dead.
Tank is dead. Not looking good for me, Sam. You're cutting through him. So, is that the end of your turn, dude?
Yeah, I'll just consolidate it. Yeah, that's the end of that.
So we'll come back to you with the Salamander turn 3 in just a moment, guys. Right then, guys, so Salamander movement phase, what's happened? The Tech Marine has dropped back a bit from the incoming Terminators. The Intercessors have jumped up here to get line of sight onto those Terminators. I may need to move them a bit more accurately in a moment. Vulcan has fled from the Termies and come around this way. He's got a long old charge onto that lone box walker if possible, because that's meant to be 2 separate bits of terrain, so there's not a gap in the middle. It's very, very long charge, Sam. This Terminator here has come around to basically try and get me assassinate on the File Blightspawn. And the far corner, the guerrilla tactics
Infiltrators
have dropped in, popped back over there and started the Octarius scan. So I've only got 1 more quarter to do for Octarius to max that out. So, complete it, I should say. So, in terms of shooting, we'll have to collect some dice. We haven't got much to fire, so we'll figure that out, figure out where it's going into, and come back with you with that in just a moment. Right then, guys, so we're going to start off with the Tech Marine. He's going to put his Grav Pistol and Forge Bolter into Terminators. So, the Grav Pistol hits. It's strength 5, so it's going to be forced to wound you. Salamander
fell out the roll. Do it again. Hey, look at that.
so this is... I don't know what the minus is on this. Grav Pistol is -3, so it's not your own Did you fail?
Boom.
So that kills that one. And then we have 3 shots from the Forge Bolter, the Assault 3. So hitting you on 2s. Just check it hits on 2s, they always used to. Here's BS2, yes, the weapon's got 3. Now here's, your Salamander reroll. So I think that's 1. And let's just check the armour, the minus on that. It's -2 in Assault Doctrine, so.
Oh yeah, damage.
It's 2 damage, but obviously you reduce that down to 1 damage. So that's fine. We then put these Assault Marines, Intercessors even, into them. Oh, too many dice. Oh, for crap, though. Come to the conclusion I need bigger hands or smaller dice.
You're a dice short there.
Right.
Yeah, short another one.
5 to wound you, Salamander reroll. So it's 2 more wounds, sir, at -2, because I'm still in tactical.
-2?
Yeah, standard bolt rifles are -1.
Are they?
Yeah. Bolt standard bolt rifle is -1.
I don't think they are.
They are.
No, I don't think they are.
You're trying to make me check now from behind me. A standard bolt gun isn't, but an intercessor bolt rifle. Oh, sorry guys, I'm twisting behind me to read a book. Veteran intercessor squad, that must be the same weapon. Bolt rifle, rapid fire, 1, strength 4, -1, 1 damage. So -2 because of tactical doctrine.
I mean, it doesn't matter because it's still just a wound. But
Yep.
I didn't think they were
Primaris rifles are the standard bolt gun from tacticals and the like aren't.
Oh, okay. Right.
Which, because you're using original bolt guns in your Death Guard, means it's not.
Okay.
So that's that side of the things there, guys. We've got a total of 5 heavy bolt or bolt pistols to fire into the Rhino from the unit in combat with it. That is actually 2 wounds, sir. No minus on that one. Unless they carry heavy bolt pistols. Standard bolt pistols, so yeah, just -1, no minus, so just 2 free ups.
What's this one?
The Rhino.
Okay.
For the squad in combat with it.
What, they shot him?
Yeah, but with just pistols.
Okay. Yeah, 1 wound?
Yep. And then what we'll do, guys, is I will fire the main cannon from the what's it called?
A Propulsor Executioner.
Onto the Plaguecaster crawler. That is his target there, and the rest is going into the Plague Marines here. So we'll roll that off camera because there's far too many dice. But the laser destroyer, heavy laser destroyer, in fact, wounding on freeze. I'll do a Salamander reroll now. That's still the same. So 1, sir. Hindered on save. Yep. And then
it's definitely dead.
Yep. No point in worrying if it explodes. But you still hold that objective, annoyingly, because of the game.
Yeah.
Clear. But that's gone. So we'll roll up all the dice on the Plague Marines, guys, and we'll come back to you in the charge phase. Give us a second. Okay then, guys. So 1 Plague Marine is killed from the volley. Not good enough, really. So the Terminator, is going to charge your Foul Blightspawn, as you haven't got any CP to overwatch him. What do I roll? At 9, so he's plenty enough movement just to get in.
Do you want to go like all the way in?
Without tagging the Blightspawn, not Blightspawn. Plague Marines. And then Vulcan is going to go for a long old charge onto that Fox Walker. I'm not even sure if he actually can declare this, so I don't think it's close enough. He's going to need a double. No, he's definitely not in. It was just to see whether he could. Then he got smited.
That's like an 18-inch charge.
It could well have been. I didn't even measure it. I just figured that would be fun. And actually, in all fairness, I might charge the Tech Marine into the Terminators because ultimately, if I don't, he's going to get shot off the board anyway next turn. So, it's shot with charge anyway. So, charge him in. 7, he will have enough to get in there. They can't outrun you, so I might as well try and also done.
All right, mate.
Sorry, mate, I was trying to do it with the camera, which is slightly delayed. Apologies. So, that is my charge phase. We will... So, it hasn't got the CP to interrupt. Nope. So, Terminator has got 4 attacks on the charge. I need to kill you, so I will spend a combination of 2 CP on Fury of the First and +1 to wound. So, hitting you on freeze. Glad I spent the CP. Wounding you.
It's fine.
Yeah, wounding you on 2s. So that is 2 at -3.
Is it?
No, -2, sorry, and then 3 damage.
How come it's 2? Because you get +1 to wound roll.
Yeah, so I spent a CP on +1 to wound for Crucible of Battle. I think it's
what's the minus?
It's -2. So don't kill you.
No.
Because that's
how much damage is it?
3 damage, so it goes down to 2 damage.
So it's got 2 wounds left, I think.
Damn. It's not going well. And then the Tech Marine, who I don't know what we've got, will roll off camera. Well, we'll sort him out for you in a second because he's likely to get killed by the Terminators. So we'll come back to you with the end of, or beginning of Death Guard turn 4 with a dead Tech Marine and not many Salamanders left on the board. So see you in a second, guys. Well, that was a whitewash, greenwash. Final score: 89 points to Death Guard, 23 points to Salamanders. Yeah, I massively failed to do anything against you. I just bounced.
I think, I don't know, we were just having a little chat then. Yeah, you're right. Like I said, well, you could have been more aggressive with your repulsors. And then you said, yeah, but they'd have got tagged out then. And yeah.
You'll quite happily throw a Unit 20 Poxwalkers because it can tag a tank that's 300 odd points.
Yeah.
It's not really worth, oh well, I'm going to shoot you in combat. Yep, we still tagged it for a turn, it can't do anything. And they just bounced.
Yeah.
That -1 damage just against, I had so much damage too in the list that it just bounced.
I think a crucial point where you could have sort of done a bit more, you should have done a bit more by the dice, was the Assault Terminators over there really should have wiped those guys, and then you'd have got Assassinate, you'd have taken that objective, and
I could have done then, would have probably done Retrieve Octarius in that corner, and then more points.
You were unlucky to not kill the Plague Burst for another turn. Like
there was a lot of stuff left on 1 wound, which doesn't sound too bad, but when it's grind them down, you have the Rhino on 1 wound, the Plague Burst on one or two wounds for a while.
I had one Poxwalker left. Yeah,
it was just a lot of things that just didn't quite go the way I wanted them to. And the fact you got those 2 Super Smites in the first turn.
I mean,
it happens.
It does. Yeah, and I don't know. Again, that's just pure luck. And I think obviously you kind of were hoping that they would survive. I think past
just
that first
turn was what I was hoping.
Especially because there's so little shooting in that castle in the middle. Yeah. But you were saying about mortal wounds output as well off camera, but like. I didn't even do half of the available. No. I didn't use Host of the Destroyer Hive once. There were so many.
Well, Typhus didn't even swing.
Exactly. Icon of Despair. Like I got rid of those before you could use them. That's another mortal wound at the end of the morale phase.
Your characters didn't do a lot in the whole game. They didn't need to. I just didn't threaten them. I said I took Assassinate, so you have 5 characters in the list. I got no points for it.
Yeah.
I didn't kill a single character.
I think you brought a very nice. You brought quite a nice list for what you could have brought for Salamanders. There was no Eradicators. You only had 3 Aggressors, etc., etc.
Yep.
I have a very small pool of units to choose from.
So a limited collection.
Because it's mainly just Conquest. So I kind of just brought what I had, and so neither of us really brought optimized lists. Nope. It was just, I think maybe this is the distinction between the supplement being 8th edition and imagine if you had like a Salamander specific, like
we're not Black Templars.
But a Salamander specific set of secondary objectives. I don't know, it's a
hard one. So I'll bring a more competitive list next time. I'll bring them out and see what happens. But anyway, guys, cameras and batteries are dying. So Sam, thank you for the game, mate. Good to see you again. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next week for the next report. Bye-bye.
Bye.